A group of scientists, European scientists, previously they believed that the Earth was the center of the solar system. And the planets and the sun, they revolved around the Earth. And this was called as geocentrism. And this was believed till the time of Ptolemy. It was later on in 1512, Nicholas Copernicus, he came up with the theory known as the heliocentric theory. The heliocentric theory, and he said that the sun is the center of the solar system and all the planets, including the Earth, revolve around the sun. And later on, Johannes Kepler, in 1609, he wrote in his book, which is called as Astronomia Nova. And he said that the planets, as well as the Earth, besides revolving around the sun, they even rotate about their own axis. Previously, long time back, what we were taught in school, that the sun, it is stationary, it does not rotate about its own axis. But now we know that the sun, it rotates about its own axis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions regarding the sun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter number 21, verse number 33. هُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ. It is Allah who has created the night and the day. وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ. The sun and the moon. كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. Each one traveling in its own orbit with its own motion. The Arabic word yasbahun, it is derived from the root word sabaha. What does the word sabaha mean? If I use the word sabaha for an object that is in air or in space, it would not mean that it is flying, but it would mean that it is moving in its own motion. So similarly, when the word yasbahun is used to describe the movement of the sun, it refers to it moving in its own motion. And we know regarding the sun that if we look at the sun directly, we will get blind. It is harmful. But if we use an instrument and if we take the image of a sun on a tabletop, we will see that there are black spots on the sun. And these black spots, they approximately take 24 to 25 days to complete one rotation, indicating that the rotation of the sun takes approximately 24 to 25 days. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Al-Yasin, chapter number 36, verse number 40, لَلشَّمْسُ يَنْبَغِي لَهَا أَن تُدْرِكَ الْقَمَرَ وَلَا اللَّيْلُ سَابِقُ النَّهَارِ وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ. It is not permitted for the sun to outstrip the moon, nor for the night to overtake the day. Each one is moving in its own orbit with its own motion. So from this verse of the glorious Quran, what do we understand? The scientists, what do they tell us? They tell us that the sun, it moves in a particular direction in the universe to a particular fixed direction, which is known as the solar apex. In the constellation of Hercules, also known as Alpha Lyra, at a speed of 12 miles per second. So it moves to a particular fixed direction. And the sunlight that we have today, it is due to a chemical reaction that is taking place since billions of years. And this chemical reaction, one day it will cease to exist, so will life on earth cease to exist. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Al-Yasin, chapter number 36, verse number 38, لَلشَّمْسُ يَنْبَغِي لَهَا أَن تُدْرِكَ الْقَمَرَ وَلَا اللَّيْلُ سَابِقُ النَّهَارِ وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Yasin, chapter number 36, verse number 38, وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍّ لَهَا. And the sun, it moves in a particular path. The Arabic word used here is mustaqar. What does mustaqar mean? The word mustaqar, it has got two meanings. One is place determined and one is period determined. The sun moves in a particular direction and regarding it moving for a particular time period. The sunlight, it will remain for a particular time period. So two meanings of the Arabic word mustaqar: place determined and period determined. And we know that the sun, as I mentioned earlier, and the scientists mentioned regarding this, that the sun, it moves in a particular direction in the universe to a particular fixed path known as the solar apex. And this matches the meaning of the word mustaqar, that is place determined. Now, as far as the second meaning of the word mustaqar, period determined, even this, it matches as per modern science. We know the sunlight that we have, it is due to a chemical reaction that is taking place since billions of years. And the sunlight, it will cease to exist after a particular time period. So both meanings of the word mustaqar, they are in perfect conformity with science, with modern science. So the glorious Quran mentions regarding this 1400 years ago, which science has discovered it recently.